Hello, sweet souls. Welcome, Light Eagle. Paranormal Whispers, of course, and this is astrological small mini read for, rune reading for Cancer. So let's walk with Cancer, and let's see. Cancer, this is. Oh, that's Gemini. And here is your constellation, Cancer. I don't know if it's being shown or not. I hope so. Anyways, let's walk. So, Cancer, let's start with your first house and see what you are receiving. So let me just, I didn't prepare myself here as I should, but let me just do that fast. Okay, so let's walk into the self. So the first house talks about the self. And, you have 2 runes there. That's interesting. The first rune is the eye upon the eye, and then okay, so let's see. Lightning flash and then mystic eye. Oh wow. Careful, Cancer. This is a little bit of warning for you. Don't how should I say, be careful a little bit so you don't get into some type of a trouble that can just occur from one second to another. So, this is a warning, something that can be cut away, and that can happen in such a fast way that, like I say, if you're not going to know how to deal with the situation, it's going to be challenging for you, and so on. It can be challenging, and maybe you have gone through some type of a change where you're recovering from. This can be being in some type of an accident or getting ill, or there is something that is not as it should be, and it's something that can be out of, this can be a bother. So try to keep calm, try to follow your intuition, because you have an intuition about something in all this. Try to listen to it. Even if this is cutting away something for you, it's like being taken away something, but also receiving. So you might, receive something a little bit more, like more impact upon how the situation should be, have a better gut, listen to your higher you, your guide, whatever you can, your angel, whatever your belief is. It's time for you to listen to their warnings a little bit more than what you have in the past. And I think that that's exactly what you're going to do. And if you don't listen, this can put you again in some type of a trouble. So please follow that. That's so important. Okay. The second house is prosperity. That's values, wealth, possessions, and resources. And you have the rune that did fall upon, and you have the sun rune upon the diamond. And for me, that talks about that economically, something is going to change for you, and you're going to be so happy. It's like really truly reaching your goal completely. And then you have another rune that's Tivas. It's going to help you to actually go through a change, a big change. It's going to help you to be a little bit more masculine, a little bit more down to earth. It's going to help you to say no much easier than what you have done in the past. So yeah, it's going to do you, good. Wealth-wise, work-wise, you're going to feel like you are, killing it. You are getting it and you are climbing. You are not going to worry about the economical situation because you're going to feel like I can manage. Okay, so that's very positive for you. Communication is the next, and it stands for creativity, intellect, knowledge, short journeys. So that's house number 3, and you have Ur in, let's see, on what? Where are you? Here. Tree of knowledge. Oh, yay. Wow. So, receiving knowledge. And this goes along with the second house, I think it was, where I warned you that something is going to occur in a very fast way. And your knowledge, you're going to grow. It's like receiving knowledge from your ancestry, because you have the Urus here. And it's going to do you quite good. You are, going to grow in so many ways and learn from it. It's a big learning, big understanding, and it's going to be a huge responsibility upon your shoulders. So, I always say God will never give us what we can't handle or carry upon our shoulders. And I think that you're going to receive a little bit more than what you already have been carrying, but I think that you can manage it because it's in a positive, good way. It's strong. Your ancestry lineage will be there with you, helping you through it. Wow, that's so freaking cool. Your home, that's ancestors, family, emotions, and security. And here you have Kenna. Oh, you have Kenna on snail. Oh, so the change that you're going to go through that I have been talking about. Kenna talks for a fast change. It's like fire element. So when you burn something, it burns fast, So this talks, as you receive the snail there, it talks about that. Go through the change slowly. Don't rush the change, It's going to do you good. It's going to help you to cut cords with negativity so that you can bring actually in the positivity. Let's see what you are going to cut away. So next house is pleasure, and that's the 5th house. And this talks about romance, hobbies, children, and inspiration. And you have, wow, you have that on 2, on the Gretel, and maple. Okay, wow. Okay, so, and you have Turisage turned upside down. This for me talks about that since your childhood, let me just go back fast and see pleasure. Yeah, this for me talks about that since childhood you have gone through situations that you actually could have stopped. There is something that you could have stopped, say no to, put your foot down to, but you decided that you didn't want to do it. You couldn't do it, and you had maybe your reasons, who knows. This for me talks about that there is a big sorrow in here, both from childhood, but also from relation and so on. This might be that you might feel that you have been pushed into something that you didn't want to be pushed into. If I go back to, for an example, if I go, let's walk with childhood first. This can talk about that you had to take care of your sisters, brothers, if you had brothers and sisters, or other people. It's like you had to take responsibility from early stage, and even if you tried to find the pleasure in it, it was not easy for you. And I think that sometimes things were a little bit upside down for you. Maybe people got drunk or even used drugs. They didn't have to. Maybe they had problems, psychological problems, so you got beaten, abused in some, there was some type of an abuse here involved. And I think that this is not anything, in pleasure. So even if you could say no and try to put a stop to it, I think that it wasn't easy for a child in a way to do so, because I think that you were scared to do so, and maybe threaten even that if you open your mouth, things can be like this and like that. So it's like you decided to keep your mouth shut instead. So you went through that negativity instead. And this today, if I'm talking about a relation, then for me this talks about that you are having difficulty building up, the family, building up whatever it is that you want. You because you want to have such a huge control over the situation, that the control can be a little bit too much upon your partner. So try to let your guard down a little bit. Try to be calm, because just because whatever you have gone through earlier doesn't mean that it has to be the same. Don't block yourself, because whatever have happened in your past can be a blockage for you today. So it's something that you need to work on to unblock, so that you can actually feel better than what you are. So think about that. So let's go into the next house, and that is health. And this stands for service, harmony, healing, and balance. And you have this rune on yin on yang. Okay, so for me this talks about that you're tired of people telling you what you should do and not do. You're freaking tired of it. You want to actually, again, have that control. You don't want others to control you anymore. So you are taking over. Try to do it, as I mentioned here, try to do it in a positive way. You need to meet, your partner, if you're having a new partner in life, or even if that partner is not new and an old partner, try to give him or her space in the relationship too. You need to have that communication, because if you're going to break it, if you're not going to work together and balance things out, this can become a disaster for you both. So try to think about that, okay? That's so important. And now partnership. This stands for relationships, contracts, union, and marriage. And let's see what you have, your rune. You have you are having issue with the trust, okay, because you have handshake. So it means that when you meet new people, you have issue with the trust. It's hard for you. And let's see, let me just, yeah, you received number 5 there on here. So for me, this talks about issue, having control. You can, people can see you sometimes cold, Cancer, and yet you're not cold. You're so emotional, you're so vulnerable. But just because whatever it is that you have gone through in life, whatever it is that have been heavy upon your shoulder, this is something that is still lives through you, and you need to fight it. You need to find the trust. You need to go through a transformation. Let someone, because this can also stand for healing. This is not only deception, this can stand for healing too. So you need to let someone in to your life who can actually help you, to heal you, to help you to remove the blockages, the negativity that is stopping you from actually moving forward. So yeah. So let's go into mysticism, and that is superstitious, occult, reincarnation, birth and rebirth. And I mean, reincarnation, that is sort of for me the same. So okay. And you have Udal or Uthala, and you have that on the paper. Ooh. Will of testament. So receiving, gaining money. So money is coming your way, and it's something that is coming from family. This can be family business, family, something that involves other family members. It's going to bring you stability. You're going to feel safe. You're going to feel positive. And you're going to feel like, yes, I can move forward. Even if it's painful losing someone in life, yet it's going to actually do you quite well. So let's walk in with the 9th house. And the 9th house talks about travel. So journeys, expanding horizon, adventure, further knowledge. Okay, that's cool. So what do you have your rune set on you? Oh, the labyrinth, right? Yeah, the labyrinth. Oh, and you have Hagelas there. So for me, this tells that you have been locked. You have been lost in a labyrinth. It's like running around in the same circle over and over and over. And it's like you can't find your way out, and you're trying to find your way out through from the labyrinth. And it's hard upon you. It's not easy to actually be you. And I think that you're struggling there a lot. And things are going to, this is going to change. It's going to be a huge change for you. I think that you're going to think about traveling. This can be short travels, but I think it can do you actually quite well. It's going to be an adventure, something that you're going to be interested in to go through, to make a change towards. It's going to help you to heal and to also add knowledge. Add knowledge to, by learning from whatever have been difficult for you to sort of in a way go through. You're going to learn from it. It's going to be a hard task, but I think a good one, and it's going to do you good. So even if it's hard, it's healing at the same time, believe it or not. Wow, that's so cool. Let's see. Career is next, and so we have aspiration, power, fame, public image. Oh, wow. So let's see what the rune. You have the rune upon tools. Woohoo. Okay. Tools of the trade. Oh wow. And you are having the 4 direction runes, as I call it. It's like choices, rune of choices. So you're making choice on where you should, what you should do. What are your skills? What can you learn? Or what can you add? What tools can you add to what's there already, and so on. You want to learn, you want to understand, and this is going to, you know, be difficult for you maybe to choose because you have difficulty with choices, Cancer. But I think that you can make it, you know, if you give yourself to think, you know, if you give yourself time to think, and, you know, keep a structure, think a little bit further ahead in time before choosing what tools you should, you know, practice or use or work with, whatever the situation is, you know, give it some time before you make a choice. Don't rush yourself, because there are going to be, you know, options there for you. If you are in a situation where you don't have options and you are thinking on what's there, what can I choose, then you are going to receive, it's like something more is going to be added here where you can choose in between. So give yourself time. Community is the next, and here you have you have the world and romance. Wow. Friendship, group objectives, associations, and global issues. And oh my, and world peace is world peace, sorry, is what you're having here. You want peace, and you have the romantic rune there. It's like you care for what is going on in the world. You want peace. You want people, you know, to be more human. You want people to have more understanding for one another. You want war to end. You want more positivity towards other people, to be seen. It's like you're seeing that people are forgetting, you know, to be human. And this hurts you because you're putting a lot of emotions when you see people hurt, when you see people suffer. You know the meaning of suffering because you yourself have gone through that path. So you have an understanding towards others, and you are trying to, you know, pray and hope that peace will sort of come and happen. Oh, that's so sweet. Philosophy is the next planet, and we are stepping into the 12th planet. Wow, that's fast. And you have I in between mind and shadow man. And this is karma, fate, subconscious, secure, and self. So let's see, shadow man and hidden mind, not lost mind. Wow, for me this talks about that, Cancer, work on your negatives and positives. Use your mind to, you know, meditate, try to calm yourself down. Use your hidden knowledge, you know. Yeah, it is hidden mind. Use your hidden knowledge that you have within, because you can more than what you can, I think, imagine. So try to use that a little bit more than what you have in the past. Be open, you know, for what will come and not. So yeah. So now let's see. Let's throw the runes and see how they will come up. Okay. I'm trying to mix the runes in my... Don't I have... Yes, I do. Okay. So, let's see. So let's start with the East, and we have here, you receive number 1, and it's upside down. So for me, that stands for, it's time for you to build up your leadership. Okay, you need to take that place and space. That's so important. Okay. The next thing that you have here is situations that are going to be big happening around you. Things are going to be cut away, and it's going to happen in a very fast time for you. And it's not going to be easy for you, I think, to handle. You're going to struggle. You're going to try to find stability, security in all this, which is going to be important for you to think about. You're going to try to listen to your gut much more than what you have done in the past. You're going to work on healing, to be healed yourself, but also to, you know, who to trust, and how, you know, how you should trust someone. You're going to try to take someone else's advice, and that you're going to receive, this can be sign, dream, whatever, gut, something that will occur that will, you know, help you. It's like you're going to receive something strong, that strong message that will help you to overcome some things. And the change, when you're going to go through the change, is going to happen in a very fast way, and this is going to also help you to see the reality of the situation. Here you have the tear, which for me talks about low self-esteem. This is something that you need to build up. Believe in yourself much more. Be more positive. Don't be afraid to show feelings, and be romantic. But don't be also afraid to, you know, make choices. And choices is going to be a challenge for you to make in time now. So that's what you're receiving today, Cancer. Wow, this was interesting, and I hope that you did enjoy this session, Cancer. And let's stop here, and thank you for tuning in. And don't forget to share, subscribe, like, and then you're not going to miss out on next time when I go live to do something, to load. It can be up a reading, it can be a tool to use, whatever. I mean, my channel has a little bit about everything when it comes to spirituality. So yeah. So till next time, blessings.